Hey girls, and welcome back to a new vlog. Oh my gosh girls, how I've missed you. I feel like it's been so long since I've actually picked up the camera and started vlogging, mainly because I've just been in the midst of moving and trying to settle into this new city. But I feel like we finally done it. It only took us a good 2 months, but I'm starting to feel settled in now. I feel like everything is finally out of all of its boxes, and now I can just live in this space. That's why I thought I would do this new video, and it's going to be a whole reset with me. It's the middle of the year. I can't believe it. We're at the literal midpoint of the year where the same amount of days has passed us and the same amount of days we're looking forward to. So I just thought it would be a lovely time to do a mid-year reset. So yeah, I feel like I literally need it. It's come at the perfect time where I just want to reset everything. I want to reset my whole routine. I just want to reset my days. I just needed a good old reset. And if you're in a similar boat as me, this is a perfect thing to watch, and hopefully we can reset together. The main thing is just to reflect on the goals that you set yourself from the beginning of the year and see if you're like actually on track to achieving it. I know one of my big goals was to have like a good routine, and that I've been really missing. So in this vlog I'm going to hopefully create a routine, sleep earlier. Bedtime routine is so important. I need to like get back into that where I don't have any phones before I go to bed. Maybe I'll start reading again. We're also going to go out and do a grocery shop so we can start cooking food from home again. I feel like I've just gotten into a really bad habit of just ordering out all the time, and yeah, I just want to get back to my home cooked meals, my comfort food that I've just been loving before I moved and like started settling in here. And now we're back from a very successful shop. Girls, I didn't bring my usual shopping trolley that I usually take with me when I'm doing shopping. When I'm going shopping, but I kind of wish I did because my shoulders, it felt like an arm workout. But it was a very successful shop and I'm happy with everything I got. I'm going to talk you guys through all of like the bits I got, but let's go through some of my favorites. I had to get some chia seeds. I want to start doing like some overnight chia seed pudding. I really like that, but I usually just like order it when I'm out for like breakfast or something, but I definitely want to start making it at home. I bought these really cute mason jars the other day as well, which I feel like is going to be perfect. I had to get my favorite Johnson sourdough toast. Oh my gosh girls, I still haven't had breakfast and I'm looking forward to it so much. Can we just talk about the feeling when you freshly do a grocery shop? The food that you make straight after is always so good because it's literally fresh groceries. I also did a shop at my local butchers, halal butchers, and they were on Deliveroo. This is my first time ordering from them and it's actually in the fridge, so I really hope it's going to be good. I don't know what to expect, but it's looking very promising. I decided to get like minced beef and also some chicken breast. I'm really excited to make the, I don't know if you guys are on TikTok, but if you're on TikTok you already know that hot honey beef bowl with a bit of like cottage cheese, sweet potato. I'm kind of craving that for tonight. I'm so excited. I also got something different, which is this protein lentil crisp bread, which I'm so excited for. I'm just imagining it with like some tuna on top. Guys, I'm just really hungry, so I'm just so excited. It's also really bad sometimes shopping when you're hungry because you just see everything, but I feel like I did a good job. I'll show you guys a quick overview and I'll put everything in the fridge and then we can make breakfast. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for my morning coffee as well. Okay guys, so this is an overview of everything that we're going to eat in the next couple of days. Let's start in this corner. I saw this juice in Holland and Barrett and it has carrot, orange and turmeric. This is really good for like anti-inflammatory, and orange juice is obviously really good for you with the vitamins in it, so I decided to get one of these. This has been my favorite granola recently. I've been obsessed with it. I've been loving my yogurt bowls recently and this has been in my go-to granola. It has very minimal ingredients and it tastes so good. Of course, I'm on the cottage cheese hype. Girls, the first couple of times I tried cottage cheese, I absolutely despised it, but now I literally can't go a meal without having my cottage cheese, a little bit of hot honey, and honestly it's so good. I decided to also get some chickpeas to make in a salad. Some roasted chickpeas in the air fryer sounds so good right now. Of course, the chia seeds that we just spoke about, some avocado. I love this spicy guacamole from M&S. This is such a good dip with some crisps or even some carrots. And I really like this because I think sometimes with dips it's hard to find ones that doesn't have any like wine or alcohol, but this of course doesn't, which I love. Of course, this is my go-to yogurt. I also decided to get this egg whites. I've never tried like egg whites in a tub like this, but since I got some chicken, I was thinking maybe if I do some breaded chicken, or I can even mix this with my normal eggs just to give me a little bit more protein, because I'm definitely trying to increase protein recently. And this is my go-to eggs. I love this so much. I think I'm very particular with my eggs. I love the yolks to be this color. I feel like when it's not, I can just taste it and it gives me the egg ick so much quicker. But with these eggs, I'm going strong without the egg ick, so we shall continue. I think it's always so hard when you're having eggs every day to avoid having the egg ick, but God forbid, I don't want that anytime soon. I also got this seasoning. Let me just show you. Cajun seasoning. I'll admit this is very lazy of me because this is pretty much just like paprika, red chilies, and everything that I already have. But sometimes when you're in a rush, you don't want to like mix everything together. So this is very easy when I have my chicken. And I also got a top up of my nutritional yeast flakes. This is just so good to add on top of food. And I also got some vegetable stock powder just for extra seasoning. Of course, I had to get my daily dose of peppermint tea. This actually has 3 types of mints in it. It's peppermint and all of those spearmint, and I don't know how to say the last one, but I love this so much. I probably have 2 cups of this a day. I'm obsessed, but since I have 2 cups a day, this doesn't actually last very long. How many is in here? I think there's like 20, so it lasts me like 10 days. And over on this side, I got my go-to daily dates. These are the Magnolia dates. I have at least 1 a day, especially with my Brazil nuts. I just love it. It tastes like caramel. It's honestly so good. Also, I had to get some strawberries and some grapes. I got some lemons as well, cucumbers. I love cucumbers so much. I feel like I only recently discovered my obsession with cucumbers, but they're so good. I probably go through maybe like 1 every 2 days, but I couldn't carry it anymore. Got some carrots, got these as well. I feel like I just reignited my love for this. Guys, once I rediscover things, it's really hard for me to stop getting it, but Baby Bells are such a good snack. I'm just so happy that I brought it back into my life because these are so yum, especially when I'm traveling back and forth from London as well. I literally just like take this in my bag, have it on the journey. So yum. Surprisingly, they're a really good protein source as well. They're like 4 grams of protein each one. And is it a snack or am I just getting my protein in? You decide. And I love my sweet treats, so of course I had to get my salted dark chocolate. I've been loving melting some of this and coating it in my dates, putting it in the freezer for a while, and honestly it's the best snack. I might show you girls if I make it tonight, but that is pretty much everything. I'm just going to put it all in the fridge and make my breakfast. it's a couple of hours later. I did some work, I had my breakfast, and that breakfast was absolutely worth the wait. But now I've done all my work for the day. It's currently around 5 p.m. and I decided this is around the time that I want to start winding down for the evening, especially if I want an early night, because I want to get back into my routine. And I've noticed that I've been sleeping at like 1 a.m, 2 a.m. One thing that always helps me start winding down for the evening is always having a good book. So I thought I'll show you girls the current books that I got recently from Waterstones. Every time I walk past the Waterstones, it's like that TikTok sound comes in my head where it's like, I'll have a look. Of course I'll have a look. But I decided to get quite a few new books and I have read some of them, so let's go through them and my recent reads. I always find whenever I'm like on my phone or like watching something quite late at night, I find it harder to go to sleep eventually. But whenever I have a book, I just start drifting off easier. So it's an investment, you know, it's gal maths over here, but it's definitely an investment. I recently finished Funny Story by Emily Henry, and this was a really good like casual book to get back into reading again. I've been in like a book slump for the past probably 3 months, but last month in June I read 2 books, and it was Funny Story and it was also The Housemaid. I'll insert a picture over here. That was another really good book that helped me get out of my book slump. It was a good thriller, like you don't know which character to believe, and it's just such a good book. It's kind of book that you pick up and you can't put down until you find out what the ending is. Similar to this one. This one's a really nice like holiday summer book, and I just love this bookmark that I got from Waterstones as well. It's so cute. And now that I finished both of those books and Funny Story, I think I'm ready to get back into the fantasy books. Don't know why that was hard to say, but fantasy books. And I decided to get this book. It's called I swear I can read, guys. I can read these books. The Priority of the Orange Tree. And I've heard so many good things about this book, so I'm so excited to read it. I did ask my ChatGPT for some like book recommendations that would help me get back into fantasy books, and they recommended this, and I had a look on Goodreads and I think it had like 4.5 stars or something. So I'm so excited to get back into reading. Girls, I'll be so honest, I think Fourth Wing literally put me into like the biggest book slump, and I was like, oh, struggling to get out of it. But I feel like we're out of it now. And seeing as I read 2 books last month, I have high hopes. And these are some other books that I have very high hopes on as well. This is called The Midnight Feast, and it's quite a new book. I heard that it's really good. Raging reviews from the cashier at Waterstones. Was she trying to just convince me to buy this book, or is it actually good? We shall see. But it looks good. It looks quite promising. It's another like thriller, dark thriller kind of book, and I'm very intrigued to see what it's about. And there's another book, this one, Magnolia Parks. I've heard so many good things about this throughout the years, so I'm so excited to read this one as well. I did download the audiobook when I've been like on my walks and stuff, so I think I've listened to like maybe 1 chapter. So far so good, so I'm excited to go through it. And honestly girls, I just love reading. Reading has always been one of the things like I've grown up loving to do, and I remember in my early teens I was easily finishing 1 or 2 books a week. I even remember entering a competition in school where it was like reading 200-300 books in the year, and I just loved reading, and I'm so glad to be healing my inner child and just like getting back into reading. But yeah, I'm so excited to start reading this book. This is what we're gonna get into, girls. And girls, the other day I discovered a random party trick of mine where I could literally just look at a book and guess how many pages there are. Like that is me and my little sister was literally walking around Waterstones. She was picking up a book and I was like, that one's 700 pages, that one's 800 pages, and I was pretty accurate. But yeah, I discovered that. I think I need to start trying that out more. I've always disliked the question where it's like, what is your party trick or secret talent or something, and then like you have to think about it. I think I finally found it. This is my secret talent. Just ask me how many pages are in a book and I'll let you know. But yeah, I'm so excited to start reading this book, and I got another cute bookmark as well, another one from Waterstones. So I'll probably start this tonight, and I'm so excited to add this to my bookshelf once I'm done. I don't think I've shown you guys my bookshelf. I feel like we need a whole like house update and everything, but I don't know if I should include that in this vlog or make it a separate one. We'll see. But right now I'm excited to have a bath, wind down for the evening, and hopefully have an early start tomorrow and slowly get back into the routine. I'm so excited. I can already feel myself feeling like my old self again. Like, who knew? So let me go ahead and run myself a bath, and I'll speak to you guys tomorrow. Good morning, my loves. So it's the next day and we woke up very bright and early today because we have a very exciting morning ahead of us. At least I'm trying to tell myself that. I actually booked myself into my very first ever Barry's bootcamp class, and that has been something that I've always really wanted to try, and I feel like now with this reset is the perfect time to try it, and I'm actually really excited but a little bit nervous as well, I'm not gonna lie. If you girls don't know, Barry's is like a bootcamp class where you have like different stations, you alternate, it's quite high intensity, but after the class you get given a really like cute smoothie, so I think that is a really nice thing to think about during the class. But yeah, I'm really excited. It's like the perfect time to do it because also a little bit TMI, but I've been cycle syncing and I noticed after my period I have the most amount of energy, so it's the best time for me to do like HIIT workouts and HIIT classes. So yeah, I felt like really good. I woke up, looked at my Aura ring as well today, and it said I'm on like 93% recovery, perfect time to tackle any challenges the day brings. So yeah, I think that's going to be the perfect way to start the morning. I'm really excited to do it, a little bit nervous as I said, but we're trying new things, and I think with this reset I just have to push myself and do the things that I want to try and like be active, because I definitely want to get back into my gym routine and just being active and walking a lot. So we shall see how that goes. And tonight I'm also planning to do a goals reflection, look back on the year, and maybe even create a new mood board for the rest of the year. I'm just feeling very energized and motivated, and honestly videos like this always help me get back into the routine and get back into the groove of things. So I hope you guys are resetting with me. And yeah, honestly sometimes once you get the ball rolling everything else just starts flowing, and I'm so excited. But before we head off to this class, I thought I'll show you guys what I'm wearing to the gym. This has been one of my go-to outfits recently. It's pretty much just a gym top from Ramla, and it's so nice and modest because it goes quite far down. I've also been loving this hijab from Lyra. I think they're called Lyra now, Lyra Modest. You just tie it back and it's super simple and convenient whenever you want to wear it to the gym, and it's very airy as well, so I don't feel like I'm overheating. I just like to pin it here, and sometimes I pin it here as well if I'm doing like a Pilates class and I don't want my hijab to move around too much. But yeah, I love this top. I'm also wearing my flared legging. Oh my gosh, it's fly season and I do not appreciate this. I think flies are literally my worst. Okay, it's gone now. As you guys know, if you've been watching me for a while, it's just these flared leggings from Lululemon that I love, and it's held up really well. I'm pretty sure I've had this for over a year. I also want to show you guys my new gym bottle that I got. This is from I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it, but this is how she looks. I've been seeing a couple of TikToks on this. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it, but I used it yesterday and it's so convenient. I love the fact that it has multiple options, like you can drink it normally if you prefer, but there's also a straw in there. So perfect. I just put my electrolytes in here, a bit of water, and now I'm ready for this gym class, so let's get going. Okay, so it's a couple of hours later. We came back from the Barry's class, had a shower, and I did a bit of work. Girls, Barry's was so fun and I'm so proud of myself for actually going. I didn't give myself any chance to overthink it. I literally woke up, booked the class, and the class was in an hour, so I had to head off straight away. And I feel like that was a perfect thing to do because I just went on my own and that was completely fine. So if you girls are thinking of going but you don't have anyone to go with, don't worry at all, because there were so many other people that were there for the first time and they didn't have anyone to go with either. So that's just like my little word of advice. If you guys are thinking about going to Barry's or just any class in general that is like outside of your usual routine, go, because it was so fun. And now the endorphins that I felt after the class, 10 out of 10. I did so much work. I was so much more productive than I feel like I've been in a couple of days. But right now, girls, the time is currently like 6 or 7 p.m. and I'm starving. I need my dinner. I'm planning on making the viral beef bowl with hot honey, cottage cheese, sweet potatoes. It sounds so good right now. So let's go ahead and make that. And my camera's about to die, so I'll probably switch over to another camera. Also, since moving, I've been trying to find a local halal butcher in Manchester, and I found this company on Deliveroo and it was so convenient and literally came in 1 hour. I ordered this beef. I think I might have already mentioned this, but I ordered this beef and I also got some chicken that's currently in the freezer. But let's go ahead and make this. I'm so excited. minutes later and dinner is ready. I actually don't ever really have red meat, but I'm trying to like up my iron levels, so this looks so good. I feel like it's a perfect way to reintroduce it into my diet. But yeah, I'm so excited to just divulge this. And the best combo is of course Love Island USA, so I'm gonna watch that and have some dinner. Okay, so I've just finished with dinner and that was so good. I really did enjoy that, but I'll be honest, I feel like I'm still trying to get used to having red meat again. I haven't had beef in what feels like probably a year, so yeah, I feel like I'm trying to get used to like the taste and everything of it, but it was really good. I'll probably rate that like a 7 out of 10. I have been making like this miso salmon bowl, which pretty much has the same things that I've already shown you girls, but it's just salmon instead of the beef, and I do prefer that a lot more. That dish will probably be a 10 out of 10 in comparison to the beef, but if you guys love beef, you'll probably love that recipe, so I'll definitely recommend trying it. But now we're just getting cozy for the night and starting our wind down routine. I'm so happy because ever since I decided to start doing this reset, I've just felt like when I woke up in the morning I felt refreshed, ready to start the day, and who knew you could literally just like reset your whole month just in one day, because pretty much that's what I feel like I've done. Now we're actually going to plan ahead for the week. I have my planner. Girls, I'm such a planner person. I need to write my whole life down in a book or on somewhere. Like I've been trying to use just my notes, but it doesn't have the same effect. But I also religiously use my Google Calendar. Like everything in my life is on my Google Calendar, and I have this trick with my sisters where it's like if it's not on the Google Calendar, it doesn't exist. Nothing's gonna happen. So with my Google Calendar I plan everything to the T, but sometimes there's still things on your brain and on your mental load that you just need written down on a book. So I recently got a new planner and it's called the Productivity Planner, because it has the days of the week on one side and another side where it's just lined pages where I can brain dump everything. So that is pretty much what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to also cross check that with my Google Calendar and make sure everything is on there. I might also do some like Pinterest mood board, look at my like goal for the rest of the year and just create another mood board, because I think I'm due another one. But yeah, I'm just excited for another cozy night tonight. I also did actually start this book last night and it's so good. I think I'm probably like 10-15% of the way through, and I'm really enjoying this. I was indecisive between this one and this one, as you girls know, but this felt a bit too daunting. Like I took a break from fantasy for a long time and it's a lot of world building in the first like couple of pages, and it just felt like it was taking up too much of my brain capacity. But this is such a nice like chick flick. It's giving Gossip Girl and I really love Gossip Girl, so I'm really looking forward to reading a couple more pages of this tonight after I finish up my planning for the week. But that is pretty much our reset done. I'm feeling like a whole new person. Who knew? Who knew? It took a couple of steps to get there, but we did it. I hope you girls enjoyed this vlog. I hope it was inspiring, and it's just a reminder that you can change your day, your week, your entire year even, anytime you want to, and sometimes all you need is a reset and just to reflect on how far you've come, because you have come very far and I'm sure of that. But thanks for spending some time with me, and I look forward to seeing you girls next week.